The Galactic Council had declared Earth a quarantine zone 3 centuries ago, sealing humanity behind an impenetrable barrier after the Great Silence. No one remembered why anymore, only that humans were dangerous, unpredictable, and best left forgotten. The rest of the galaxy had moved on, thriving under the rule of the ancient dragon kin, whose Empress Zarithia commanded fleets that could shatter moons. Dr. Alex Chen had been alone for 47 years. He was the last physician on the orbital medical station that circled dead Earth, a structure that had once housed thousands, but now held only memories and the echo of his footsteps. The AI systems had failed decades ago. The hydroponics barely sustained him. But Alex remained, driven by a physician's oath that transcended species, transcended time itself. The distress signal came on a frequency he hadn't heard in years. Alex's weathered hands trembled as he activated the long, dormant communications array. Static filled the medical bay, then a voice, melodic yet strained, speaking in the universal tongue of the galactic standard. "This is Empress Zarithia of the Dragon Sovereignty. My vessel is critical failure, requesting emergency medical assistance. Coordinates transmitting." Alex's breath caught. The Dragon Empress. Here. Near Earth. His logical mind screamed warnings. This could be a trap, a test, perhaps even an execution. Humans were forbidden from leaving their solar system, but his healer's heart, the part of him that had kept him alive through decades of isolation, knew only one response. "This is Dr. Alex Chen of Medical Station Hippocrates. Transmit your coordinates. I'm coming to get you." 20 minutes later, Alex's shuttle approached the crippled Imperial flagship. The vessel was magnificent even in ruin, scales of living metal that shimmered with iridescent fire, now scarred by weapons fire and trailing atmosphere. Something had attacked the most powerful being in the known galaxy. The docking procedure was automatic, muscle memory from a lifetime ago. Alex grabbed his emergency medical kit, primitive by galactic standards, but all he had, and cycled through the airlock. He found her in the throne room, Empress. Zarithia was nothing like the propaganda hollows. Those showed a towering figure of scales and flame, wings that could eclipse stars, eyes that held the fury of dying suns. The being before him was small, barely 7 feet tall, her wings torn and bloodied, her golden scales cracked and weeping silvery ichor. She was curled in the corner of her own throne room, trembling. "Please don't hurt me," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I can't fly. I can't fly anymore." Alex had seen trauma before, had treated soldiers, civilians, victims of every conceivable horror during Earth's last wars. He recognized it now in her eyes, the 1,000-yard stare of someone whose world had shattered. He set down his kit slowly, hands visible, and knelt 20 feet away. "Your Majesty," he said softly, "my name is Dr. Alex Chen. I'm a physician. I'm here to help you, nothing more. May I approach?" Her eyes, violet and gold and ancient beyond measure, focused on him. Recognition dawned, then fear. "Human," she breathed. "You're one of them. The sealed ones, the dangerous." "I'm a doctor," Alex repeated gently. "And you're injured. That's all that matters right now." For a long moment she simply stared. Then, perhaps because she had no other choice, perhaps because something in his voice reminded her of gentler times, she nodded. Alex worked quickly but carefully. Her physiology was different, carbon-based but with silicon structures that acted as natural armor, a cardiovascular system that ran on electromagnetic pulses rather than simple pressure. But biology was biology and trauma was trauma. He cleaned wounds, applied synthetic skin grafts from his kit, administered broad-spectrum antibiotics that he hoped would work on her alien chemistry. As he worked, she spoke. "My own council did this," Zarithia whispered. "They feared my weakness. I wanted peace with the frontier worlds. Wanted to lift the quarantine on Earth. They called me soft, sentimental. They tried to kill me." Alex's hands never stopped moving, but his jaw tightened. "The galaxy hasn't changed much then. You're not surprised?" "Your Majesty, I'm 300 years old. Life extension was humanity's last great achievement before the silence. I've seen enough politics to know that power always corrupts, and those who want peace are often killed by those who profit from war." He finished sealing her largest wound, a terrible gash across her right wing that would prevent flight for months. "This will heal but slowly. You won't fly for a while. Fresh tears tracked down her scaled face. A dragon who cannot fly is not a dragon at all. Alex sat back on his heels, regarding her with eyes that had seen too much loss. A human who cannot walk is still human. A bird with broken wings is still a bird. You are more than your ability to fly, Your Majesty. You are your choices, your compassion, your courage to want peace when all others wanted war. Zarithia looked at him, truly looked, for the first time. Why did they seal you away? The stories say humans were monsters. A sad smile crossed Alex's weathered face. We were powerful, Your Majesty. We had no natural advantages, no wings, no scales, no telepathy or energy manipulation. So we built things. We adapted. We overcame. And in a galaxy where every species had found their niche, their comfortable place in the hierarchy, we were the variable that didn't fit. We could have been anything. Could have become anything. That terrified them. So they locked you away. They did. All except me. I was in orbit when the barrier went up. Been here ever since, maintaining a medical station for a world that no longer needs it. He paused. Until today. Zarithia reached out with one clawed hand and gently touched his arm. Thank you, Dr. Chen, for helping me, for not letting me die alone and afraid. That's what doctors do, Your Majesty. We help. It's all we've ever wanted to do. Over the following weeks, Zarithia recovered in the medical station. Alex shared his food, his stories, his music from a world the galaxy had forgotten. She taught him about the stars beyond Earth's barrier, about the 1,000 worlds and million species that lived in ignorance of humanity's isolation. And slowly, a plan formed. When her wounds had healed enough for light travel, Zarithia returned to the Imperial Court with Dr. Alex Chen at her side, the first human to leave the solar system in 3 centuries. She had evidence of her council's betrayal. She had the testimony of a human doctor who had saved her life when her own people had tried to end it. The trial that followed shook the galaxy. The quarantine was lifted. Earth's barrier came down, and when asked why she trusted a human, one of the sealed ones, the dangerous, Empress Zarithia simply smiled. He showed me that strength isn't in wings or weapons, she said. It's in the choice to help when you could harm, to heal when you could hurt. Humanity was never dangerous because of what they could do. They were dangerous because they reminded us what we had forgotten, that we could be better than we are. Dr. Alex Chen returned to Earth to find it healing, slowly but surely. But he kept his medical station in orbit. And sometimes, when the Empress's duties allowed, she would visit the lonely doctor who had saved her life. 2 souls who had been broken, finding wholeness in each other. And the galaxy learned that sometimes, the most dangerous thing of all is compassion.